What better time then to take on board Dr. C.K. Narayan and get in some chart check observations. C.K., over to you.
Good morning once again and welcome to another edition of Chart Check. Today I got, as usual, two stocks for you. First up, Hester Bio. Hester Bio is one of those pharma stocks which is concentrated on the animal side. They are the biggest animal vaccination and animal products stock in India, and the company has been going great guns for a long time. But as ever, if you look at the chart, the fundamentals get reflected on the charts, and what you see is a big decline across the last year and a half. That's happened mainly because the international business of Hester Bio, it actually exports to about 50 countries. And the international business came under some amount of pressure because of cancellation of some contracts, etc. And that is why the big pullback in the prices. But as you can see, the prices have stopped declining and they got into a sideways consolidation. And in the previous couple of weeks, you have seen a strong upside move, indicating possibly that the price fall is at the end. You can also see on the lower panels of the chart that this price rise is now well accompanied with momentum as well as very good volume. So I think there's a pickup in the trends in Hester, and that is mainly because the domestic business of Hester is also picking up. And when that is happening, because there is a government force now which is acting on eradication of the Brucella virus, for which they have a lot of products, and I think that is coming in their favor. Q3 results were very attractive, and the company has given guidance for about 25% to the upside, and which is why you're seeing a picking up, momentum, volume, everything. So Hester Bio looks good enough to now make a leap towards 1650 or 1700, 20% upside. Now moving on to our second stock, that is Chambal Fertilizers. Now here I want to point out some interesting situation as far as Chambal Fertilizers is concerned. You know, typically you have fertilizer stocks which move up during the time of budget. Now I picked Chambal as a representative stock from the fertilizer space, and what is interesting is that I looked at data for about 20 years, and in 19 out of those 20 years, Chambal Fertilizer always makes a move up from around September, October of the year towards around January of the next year, Jan-Feb, because typically this is a pre-budget move. Now 19 out of 20 years it has done this, and the amazing thing is that the returns vary from somewhere around 20% on, I think if I'm not mistaken, about 16 occasions out of this 20. The stock actually delivered between 20 to 75%, and the highest return that you could see was something around 104%. The average return across 20 years is 39%. And if you leave out the one single negative year, which was 2010, I believe, the return actually grows to 43%. So this kind of consistency is indicative of the fact that Chambal Fertilizer is an unmissable trade for every year. If you didn't do anything at all, you would still make a fairly decent amount of returns on Chambal Fertilizer. All you got to do is trade it between September, October of every year and trade it till about Jan. Somewhere in that 2-3 month duration, you will have a very decent return.
All right, thanks much, Dr. Narayan, for giving us a chart check on all of the stocks to keep an eye out on.